which is normally people don't see. That is the kaihe, the open and close. So while going out, see, okay, the open and close the lao gong, right? Very subtle. So sometimes, in my humble opinion, people mistaken this high he as locking up, push down, push down, push down with the shoulder and the elbow and the wrist locked. No, actually, in my opinion, it is just relax and go out. Okay. So what does that mean? What it means is that the flow is flowing out. So the hand actually is not about I use my mind to ask the hand to do whatever it is. No, it is I actually let the energy flow out in a certain way. Instead of I'm forcing my limbs to do whatever I want. Because the point is how to transfer this energy, in my humble opinion, instead of just make a shape out of this. Same thing in the beginning of the Yik Kam SLT Discussion. This one in the Quintuit is a 手背掂处横立劲, okay, or your arm whip out horizontal 劲. Now, if we do this, that means I'm locking in the wrist, locking the elbow, and we're just moving the wrist. Okay, that for me is a different type of doing it. No, I won't comment right or wrong. But for me, when I do it this, you're going up. Okay. Again, when the lao gong is open and closed, the energy is going straight to the finger. If you go this way, the energy is locked into the wrist or the shoulder, on the shoulder or the elbow. But this one, you relax it down. The shoulder automatically relax, the elbow relax, the shoulder blade is relaxed, and you try to let the flow by itself out to the finger. Okay, so beginning, go like that, very easily. And I always think that this kind of stuff is like the Cantonese soap opera, the watery sleeves, where the sleeves, they have this long sleeves. This type of sleeves is very lightweight, very sensitive, very adaptive. And say, for example, if I meet some kind of resistance here, instead of getting into this very rigid stuff, no, it just spiral it back because this whole thing is twistable, okay, and it's movable. So as with the in Ermei Zhuang, it said that it is what do you call it, 蛇形涌动, meaning that your snake is sliding and the pupa is moving. Okay, very small, okay, and this is what I believe where the Duingeng, the Duanjing, come in. And so what is Duanjing? Duanjing is that small movement, or if you want to use the Tai Chi terminology, it is called small circle. Why small circle? Because the whole movement is small, and because it's not a direct or straight movement that you force it, but no, it's just going with the flow with the nature. So that is how the Duanjing and the small cycle come in. So for what I understanding is that the fusions of the white cane type of a jing, okay, with this snake jing, call it from whatever, Ermei and so forth, that's fine. This type of stuff, when they fuse together, it becomes Yulin Tao, and it becomes the core of the Wing Chun King, according to Yik Kam. So that's how I perceive this stuff. Okay, I may be right, I may be wrong. That's fine. Okay, and if you're interested in doing investigation, this is the 2 things or 3 things. You can look into it. Okay, and again, the same thing is use a spear hand. If you lock it up, you spear it up, the wrist is locked, this is locked, this is locked. Sure, you still spear the holding up. You have the power, sure, there's power, but this is a different type of power with this type of power, right? And for say southern martial art, a lot of them have searching, right? The searching. So this is searching, but it's more discrete. You see this using the muscle force, and this is searching too, right? So in my humble opinion, shape will not tell you much until you come to this kind of thing, understand the energy flow and so forth, and how the whole fingers manual. And what I understand is that if you open and close your Lao Gong, your energy can go, your jing can go to the tip of your finger. However, once you lock the whole thing like that, it's not going to go out of the finger. Try it. It's going to go to the wrist. Same thing with this one. If you relax your hand, put it from here, relax your hand. Think about the Nei Lao Gong, you're going up. Okay. If I lock it and I push it, then there's a different kind of jing. Okay. Same thing with this one. Think about Wai Lao Gong, you flip automatically without locking. This is the holding flow. Then you get it back and move back, automatically flowing back. Now, if you want to use the Wu Zhao, then you just think about your wrist. You drop it down. Okay. So this is what I think about. So next, a few things that we're going to share a little bit on. How do we do the first Yik Kam stanza, the Ji Yi Hui Shen Ping Jian Dang, or in other words, collect your intention, meeting your attention in the equal shoulder stand. And actually, this is a simple stanza, but it's very tough to do it. Why? Because there is criteria. Okay, criteria in terms of physical, in terms of breathing, in some of your mind, and you got to know what state is going to bring you in. And for people who can handle that, be able to enter the zone of the state at will. Okay, so there's the enter the duo of the techniques. And so people say, well, Ping Jian Dang, can I have a higher, like an equal shoulder stand? Can I have a wider stand? Sure. After you can get into the zone in the narrower stance, feel comfortable of all the alignment, you can always expand your stance. However, before you be able to get into that, it's a very tough time to handle a wide stance to get the zone before you can do it in the equal shoulder stand. Because why equal shoulder? Because it's the most natural stand for human being, in my understanding. Okay, and then Rasa is going to show you some Ermei Shezhuang Xiao Zhizhuang part of this Ermei Shezhuang Xiao Zhizhuang, and let you see that is it true, okay, that Xiao Lian Tou of Wing Chun is related and or have connection to the Ermei Shezhuang. Besides, we know that for today for sure that the Yik Kam teachings concrete does have Ermei Shezhuang's stanza inside there. Okay?